want to show you the Autoblogging Twitter commentator next. Now this is a good plugin because what it does, it pulls in comments from Twitter to your own blog posts. So it looks at every tag in your post and tries to pull tweets from Twitter based from your tags and post that tweet as a comment. So it's kind of useful in that it's going to get comments onto your blog post, and that means that your blog posts look much more like they are genuinely being visited and used by people. So it's quite a useful tool. There are many other plugins like this, and this is just one that I've chosen to show you. Now, you've probably heard of Twitter, and Twitter's a fantastic tool, and you can integrate it with WordPress in a number of different ways. It's up to you to decide exactly how you want to do it. This is just one method. Now, if you've set your Twitter account to build on autopilot using one of the many services out there to build followers, then you will have a lot of followers, and you can use many of the other plugins. Now, let me just show you some of the other plugins that are available for Twitter. You can have plugins that will go both ways. So Twitter Tools is a good one. It integrates your WordPress and your Twitter account so that what you Twitter gets posted to your WordPress blog and vice versa. Here's another one as well, Twitter for WordPress. That displays your latest tweets and so on. So if you're using Twitter a lot in the niche that you're creating the website, you could use some of these plugins so that it's fresh content on your website. Yeah, there's lots of different ones. So this one here looks quite useful. It handles Twitter feeds. So that's kind of could be very useful. It's got a very good rating as well. So there you are. You can see there's quite a few useful Twitter posts there that you could use. Which one you choose to use is entirely up to you and how you want to manage that integration. As I said, if you've set your Twitter account in that niche to run on autopilot, to have friends added and everything like that, then integrating it with your WordPress blog is a very, very good idea. Remember, the search engines like to see fresh content, and if your tweets are being displayed on your WordPress blog, then obviously that's fresh new content being regularly added. If the whole thing's running together on autopilot, then it works very nicely for you. It's a good way to, automate traffic. Traffic can flow between the two, so Twitter people can come to your WordPress blog, and WordPress people can come to your Twitter account. So it's very, very good. But we're going to just install this one because I like the fact that it takes Twitter comments. Oh, wrong button. It takes Twitter comments and puts them into your own blog post. So there you are. You can see some of it about what it does here. So one thing it does do, and this is true, is people don't like being the first to comment on a blog. So it can be very, very good to encourage people to start commenting. And if you look at a lot of blogs, they don't have any comments at all. So this can get you over that and get it so that it's starting to, starting to get comments, and it just encourages that interaction. So down here under settings, we have our Autoblogging Twitter commentator. So how many per post? Again, randomize this. Don't always make it the same. So this time we're going to make it 11. Yes, we want to have tweets as no follow. We don't want that. And again, let's take these off, make it look like a real comment. So there you are. You can, just having a look through that, we can update our options. So we update our options and save these changes. And then what it will do is it will generate 2 comments per day automatically. So what it's doing is, it's giving that organic look. It's making it look like people are naturally commenting on your site. If your site suddenly had 11 comments appear in a day, then that's a bit suspicious, and the search engines are going to go, there's something fishy about that. But having a couple a day, that looks very, very, very natural. So, you can speed it up a little if you want to by clicking this button, but remember, these are auto blogs we're creating, and the whole point is that they run on autopilot. So 2 comments per day is just fine. That's all that we need to do. So basically that's it. This will add comments to your posts to make it look like people are commenting there, so it's going to look much more like a natural blog. It's going to be fresh content for the search engines. The search engines will come to your site, see that people have commented, and that's obviously going to be good for them because they're not stupid and they understand that that means that there's people coming there. Using this option will make sure it's going to look more like a real comment. So all in all, this is going to help you significantly, I believe, with your auto blog. So basically, do remember to put the tags into your post. You've got to use tags. If they're unfamiliar words, you may not get comments, but by using commonly used tags, then it will pull in tweets for you. So very, very powerful, very effective, and it's really going to help your site look more like a genuine blog and less like an auto blog. Now, the next plugin, I want to show you something called Kontera WordPress plugin. You can see here there's two versions. This is for different versions of WordPress. So check your version of WordPress and install the right one. What this does is it provides Kontera adverts. So it's Kontera in-text ads to your posts. So some sites may not be, you may not be able to use AdSense due to either the content of the site or maybe your location, or you may find that you're not happy with AdSense performance. So Kontera is another good method of monetizing your auto blog, and again you can automatically add the posts to all of your add the ads to all of your posts automatic. So it's very, very good like that. Under settings and Kontera settings, you can see here we can set it. So you've got to put your publisher ID in, and you can see here you can select your links color, and so on. So it's very simple to set up. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and talk about this one for hours and hours. So you can pick categories and block ads and so on. So it's very, very useful. So let me just show you Kontera's page for a minute. So you can see again what they do is they add these links. You can see up here they add links in like that. So again, this could be very, very useful to use with, instead of perhaps the next plugin, the SEO Smart Links. You could use SEO Smart Links to link internal and use this to link to external sites. But you can see here from this demonstration, it's showing you the sort of links that you get. So I mean, they look pretty good, don't they? So, you know, it's a very obvious link, and then of course it's a link through and then affiliate link. So people here are paying pay-per-click. So what they do is they see you, you know, your advert appears on their page. So their advert appears on your page, and when someone clicks on it, you get paid. It's kind of like AdSense, except for instead of specific blocks of text, it comes up as links, and you can set it here to different colors and so on, so that it stands out. So where do you want them? Do you want them on posts or comments? You just stick them on the posts, you know, pretty much most of the time. So you can also say, well, I don't want them to appear straight away. It's up to you. It's up to you how you decide to do it. But it's very powerful. You can see from some of the publishers down here that have been going through, they've got some big name people using this. So it's very, very effective. Now, a lot of people are getting, shall we say, frustrated with the cost of advertising with AdWords. I mean, let's face it, it's not exactly cheap. So people are starting to look at networks like Kontera, particularly big companies like Ford, Microsoft, Kellogg's, GM, US News. Yeah, these are big companies, and they're looking at sites like Kontera because they provide better value for money. Basically, yes, you may not get as many clicks, but you still get good targeted clicks, and you get good you know, a good cost. So this is beneficial to you, because if you find that, well, my AdSense aren't converting, try putting in some Kontera ads. Take the AdSense out, put Kontera in, and see how that works. It's slightly more subtle, and you can often find, because they're in text, you get quite a good click-through rate. So the plugin name again is Kontera. If we go down here, it's called Kontera. Install it and use it as well. You can't use it with AdSense, because it is contextual advertising and AdSense get upset, so use one or the other. But I would test the two, because you may find that one does better than the other. So it's another option and another way for you to monetize your website and create money from your Autoblog. The next plugin to show you is SEO Smart Links plugin. This is a very, very useful plugin, because what it does is it's going to help you to automatically create links from within your text. So here you can see, here it is, and let's just install it and to show you exactly what it does. So basically here, let's just read a little bit of this. It automatically links keywords and phrases in your posts and comments with other pages. So it does cross-linking within your site. Now, you don't normally see this sort of thing within Autoblogs, and furthermore, it helps you significantly with SEO. You also, this is again important, is it allows you to set up your own keywords and set a matching URL. So what I can do is I can set up certain keywords to link to external sites, i.e. Amazon, ClickBank, Commission Junction, other affiliate sites, CPA offers, or even my own network of sites. So I can use the Autoblogs to promote my sites. So if we install it now, and let's activate it, and you can see it's not difficult to do. And then here we have under settings SEO Smart Links. So let's have a quick look at this. You don't want it to link to itself. I mean, you might do. Some people say you should, but not for me. Don't link the headers. Target, again, that's right. Don't target categories and tags. So again, this is another choice. You can put it in your RSS feed. So if you've submitted your RSS feeds, then it'll appear there. And you can ignore certain pages. So if you've got a contact, a privacy policy, etc., etc., then you would ignore these pages. There may be certain keywords as well that you don't want to link. And then finally, down here, what you do is, you can see here, you put your keywords in and then the URL. So it'll be keyword, comma, keyword, comma, URL. And what that will do is any of these keywords, it will link to that URL. So you can see how many do you want in the post. 3 links in the post is a good number. Go more than that and it looks like there's too many links. Go less than that and you're not really getting any benefit. Also, I would strongly recommend you leave this as 1. You don't want too many links with the same keyword. You want you want all the links to be different keywords. Otherwise, you're going to find in your post you're going to have 3 links all with the same keyword. So this variation also does well. Now down here, I would strongly recommend you select both of those. Bottom one basically means that when people click on the link, they're not leaving your site. If you don't have this selected, they click on it, they've gone from your site, you lost that visitor and you may never see them again. This one here, obviously that means that any link love isn't passed through and the search engines technically won't follow through to index that page. So it just means that you're not generating external links as far as the search engines are concerned. Now, it's not difficult to use this plugin. You can see that's all you do. We've done it there. We click update options and off we go. So again, you can select that and that might be useful too. But you can see it's not difficult, very easy, and it's going to help you a lot with your internal SEO. So it's going to help you with cross navigation between your pages. That's going to impress the search engines. It's going to make it look less like an Autoblog. It's going to give you a boost up the search engines. It's also going to allow you to link to external pages so that you can monetize particular keywords. So for example, if your site is about photography, you may down here enter various keywords relating to certain cameras and links to Amazon URLs. You may enter other photography type keywords linking to, I don't know, ClickBank books on photography and so on. So you can click through there and it just gives you another opportunity to monetize your blog. So I do strongly recommend this one for you. It's a free to use plugin and it's called SEO Smart Links. Let me finish off now by giving you some tips for helping you to succeed with an Autoblog. Now, an auto blog is something that can make you a lot of money online. You can create an awful lot of them and through that generate a really nice passive income. So in order to succeed, the first thing is you've got to pick the right keywords. You've got to find keywords that you can rank for relatively easily and get yourself up in the search engines for without too much work. You don't want to create an auto blog based around keywords like weight loss, for example, that are highly competitive. You want really narrow, targeted websites so that you can get lots and lots of people through to your site. So that's the aim of the game here with an auto blog, is to basically get yourself ranking really, really well. You've got to pick the right keywords. You've got to focus on those keywords throughout your content and through your whole SEO. The perfect ones are ones that are low competition but high traffic. So you're going to have to do your keyword research and expect to spend some time on it. Don't expect it to magically sort of happen and you to find keywords that sort of pop up out of thin air. You need to do some work and find those keywords, and doing that research up front will make sure that you earn an awful lot more money from your sites because they're going to rank quicker. But basically, auto blogs are a numbers game. The more sites you have, the more you earn. Don't expect an auto blog to make, a single auto blog to make you rich. It's highly unlikely. But if you've got 1,000 or 2,000 or 10,000 or 100,000 of these sites, then they're likely to make you extremely rich. So you do need to think about that. It is a numbers game. Don't create one or two sites and then go, oh, I'm not making millions of dollars. Don't expect to. A couple of sites you can expect, $5, $10 a week maybe. But yeah, as I said, once you've got 100 sites up, then you can sit there and go, I'm earning nicely now. So, the more sites you have, the more you're going to earn. But you've got to get the balance between scraped and unique content, and you do need to vary this across your sites. Remember, we said earlier on that you want to avoid leaving footprints. So, if you always have your home page is unique, and then this page is that, and then that page is the other, then that's going to give it away. So, always balance of scraped and unique content so that you have a bit of both. Basically, you want some unique and some scraped, some PLR, that sort of thing, but get the balance right. But I would recommend that you don't make auto blogs your only online sites. Certainly have them as a stream of income, but just in case something happens to them or Google decides to change its mind about sites, have other streams of income. You do not want to run the risk of having your business wiped out because of one of the whims of Google. So you've got to balance auto blogs with genuine blogs and other information sites, products for sale, shopping carts, membership sites, etc, etc, etc. So you've got to get the balance between them all right, and if you can do that, then you're going to do very, very well. Auto blogs will provide you with an excellent additional stream of income and balance it with your other internet marketing activities, and you can generate a lot of money and do very, very well. So one thing to always do with your auto blogs is to try and add value. Thinking about adding value will help to make sure that your blogs survive longer. It will help to make sure that they do better and they get more traffic. Created well, you can get incoming links from other sites. I've created auto blogs, and because I've thought about what are people looking for, I'm having incoming links from people all over the place who are referring to the site because it's got valuable information on and could be considered an authority site. So always think about that. Focus on the needs of your reader. Think about what is your website visitor looking for when they come to that site. Are they looking to buy? Are they looking for information? And that's going to help you also to determine what sort of adverts you place. Are you going to place, I don't know, ClickBank adverts where they're buying a product, or are you going to give them information and AdSense adverts so that they can click on the links to get more information? But you want to make each site unique. I know it's tempting to just use one template and fling them out there really, really quickly, but spend some time making each site unique, and again, it's going to step you away from possible spam sites and make sure that your auto blogging network lives an awful lot longer. If a site does well, then look at manually adding additional content. So if you've got a site and it's doing really well, it's getting a lot of traffic, you might want to add more content. You might want to get some unique content written and added to it. You may want to create additional sites in that niche based on other keywords. So think about all of that when you're creating your auto blogs. There's you know, a lot of potential there. You may create other sites. You know, I may have my auto blog and then realize, well, actually I want to create a membership site, a product site. I may want to create a couple more authority sites. I may want to target other keywords and really sort of give it a good boost. But if a site gets blacklisted, which may or may not happen, don't get emotionally entangled in it. Just go, oh well, and move on. There's pretty much nothing you can do about it. You can try appealing, but you're going to get caught up in the long process. So if it gets blacklisted, don't renew your domain name. Just move on and get on with other sites. You know, just consider it a sort of a casualty of business, if you like. It may well happen. I'm not saying it will, but if it does, then obviously you need to just move on and not get tangled up with it. And remember, with all these auto blogs, you're looking at a rapid turnaround. You're looking at creating sites very quickly and getting them out there. You don't want to spend, you know, 3 or 4 days creating a site. Yeah, an hour tops. You know, if you're looking at a network of 1,000 sites, if you spend an hour per site, that's 1,000 hours. So you need to, when you're doing this, always think about automation. How can you do things quicker and better and faster with less work? And the more you can think about that, then obviously the quicker you can create the sites. As I said, if it takes you 2 hours to create a site, it's going to take you a long time to create 1,000 sites. If it takes you 15 minutes, it's going to take you an awful lot less time. So you've always got to think about how can you do them faster and better. So when you're working on your auto blogs and you see something, you think, well, I could probably do this better. Do it better and see if it speeds things up. So remember, it's all about, it's a numbers game. It's about creating the sites rapidly and getting them up there. But your auto blogs are can be very valuable to you. I would strongly recommend that you use them and that you enjoy them, because there's a lot of potential with an auto blog. You know, you can create many of these sites. You can create great additional stream of income, and of course the sites don't need any manual intervention whatsoever, which means that you can run them on autopilot and just concentrate on building more sites and generating other parts of your business. When you've got 500, 1,000 or so of these, you could be earning a significant amount of money, and it's all on autopilot with no input from yourself. So always sit and think about that when you're creating these. These sites are very powerful. They run with no manual intervention, they auto-populate, and they generate you an income pretty much on autopilot. So now you know everything you need to know about auto blogging. It's time for you to start it. Remember, when you're creating these sites, look at how you can do it better, and if you find a way, then do it better. By all means, please. You know, there are better ways of doing some of this. There are faster ways, and I'm sure you're going to find them. So now you have the tools. It's time for you to go out, start creating your auto blogs, see how many can you get done in the next week, and see how quickly they will rank for you and how quickly they will earn for you.